welcome back to my channel. Today I am back to do another speed build, but this one is a bit more special because it is for the new high school year's expansion pack. So for this video, obviously, as you see, I am making Copperdale, or renovating it, because the original school that we got does not look like it was built by a EA creator network person. I don't think anybody in the Sims community had made that. It mostly just because it looks empty and it's quite large. So I wanted to add a little more pizzazz. If I'm pretty sure that the school itself and the auditorium was built by EA, and I think that's probably because they wanted that to be a surprise for everybody. So I decided to rebuild it. Now this was very, very challenging, if I'm going to be honest. I am cutting down a video that was over like 4 hours long. It was a lot of work building this because it is so large. The lot itself is ginormous, and I needed to fill up that space. The back of the school has a lot of open space, but I didn't want to put a parking lot because there was one on the side. I didn't want to put a football field because there's one behind it. So I kind of just was basing this off of a school or a building that I had seen on Pinterest. Just the outside, like, curb appeal of what it looks like. I was basing it off of a photo. The rest of it was kind of all what I felt like doing. The school itself is probably way too tiny, but it takes a while for your Sims to travel anywhere. So I wanted to make sure that everything was kind of easily accessible. Obviously, I'm sure it's going to take you a while still to travel around the school because it is really large, but I really love how it turned out. I wanted it to have kind of like the Bridechester, like, studious, expensive feel. Like, this is built here, it's got lots of character, and this is really the main focal point of Copperdale. So I absolutely love how it turned out. I ended up doing some terrain tool. I made it kind of all on a hill because I wanted to have stairs leading up to the school. So the school itself is on, not a platform, but it's raised up, and then I have stairs leading up to it. But I love the little stairs in the front. I think it's so cute, and I obviously put like that fountain there and the flag. I think it's really, really adorable, and then I added a bunch of debug bushes and stuff like that. But let me know what you think of the school that came with the pack. Do you love it? Do you think it needs to get changed? Obviously, there's like a lot to choose from if you want to replace it. So many amazing high school builds have come out from either you guys or any fellow YouTubers that have made one. Everybody is so talented, and mine cannot compare to any of those, but this was just my little taste on what I think it would be. But I really like how it turned out. It's kind of plain on the outside, but I mean, it's neutrals. So, but I still like it. And I honestly was surprised that I actually ended up using the windows from the expansion pack. I wanted to do the windows from Discover University, but I think it was just the color of the brick wasn't really matching very well, so I ended up just using the ones from the pack because all of them matched for the most part. These debug bushes, I swear, are amazing. And I was kind of a little disappointed with what the debug that we got from this expansion pack. Well, not disappointed. Like, it's nice, but I feel like a lot of it is obviously based towards the high school itself. And I feel like a lot of the plants and stuff that we got in it, we already have in base game debug. So maybe that's my feeling towards it. But they're kind of updated. But I just love the Build-Buy in this pack. I think it is absolutely adorable. It gives me such like 90s vibes or just retro. I absolutely love it. And the outside area back here, I end up turning it into a like cheerleading area. It has the cheerleading mats. I tried putting a basement in and then raising up the bush so it would be even, because I didn't feel like placing the lot all the way back down and then redoing it. But it didn't work out. So I just changed my bushes. That's what I was doing there. But here I am finally getting into the inside. It is large when you look at it, but it's skinny and it's weird. But I was kind of thinking how my high school was. We had like a little corridor sections that you walked, and mine was kind of like a square, and in the middle you had where you could walk outside in between the buildings to go to class and stuff like that. And they had like seating area and all kinds of plants and stuff like that. So that's why it looks like this. I know it looks really weird. And I didn't use the third story. I just added that because I liked how it looked from the exterior when it was 3 stories. But I didn't use all of it. You can definitely, if you want to, open that up. If you just feel like teleporting your Sims to their classes, you most definitely can make this bigger. You can open the 3rd story up, and you could add your own gymnasium, and you can have all kinds of things. But for the most part, mine's small. I have the principal's office, the cafeteria, I have a little teacher's lounge, I have a art room, music room, computer lab, chest room, and then I have 2 classrooms. One I thought would just be like English, and the other one is science. You most definitely will be able to tell the difference between the 2 of them, because the English classroom, oh my goodness, is kind of plain. But that's because I really didn't know what to do decor-wise in there. But it's okay. I ended up having the entrance area be all tile. I loved how this tile is. I think it is so adorable. I'm glad that they added this, and I love that you can do your own edging. I just think it is super cute. It doesn't really work well with the angled walls that I have in there, but there's just no piece there. It's fine. It didn't bother me. Just don't look at it too hard, okay? So upstairs in these 2 angled rooms, one is the principal's office and then the other is the teacher lounge. I didn't lock the teacher lounge, so if you want your sim to go in there, there's a coffee maker and there's a microwave. But this is me placing everything down so I could save it, because I had to go to work, and then when I came back I finished it. But the bathrooms are beautiful. I just love the tile detail. I really do. I did cut out a lot, so you're not seeing me decorate everything. I didn't think you need to see me decorate the all 4 bathrooms 4 times. Because I redecorated it, changed it, and then all of them look the same. They are exactly the same. So I didn't think that you really wanted to see that. This is the principal's office. It is quite small. I wasn't really thinking about the layout when I had built it, so that's my fault. But you're not going to be in here that often, so it's fine. There's her desk. She has her computer. There's seats to sit in if you need to talk to her. And I thought that having all of like the school spirit stuff and the balloons and everything, I end up adding some books and like paperwork boxes and stuff like that, and all of like her diplomas and awards and stuff. I thought that it really fit for a principal's office. I thought it was kind of cozy, kind of cute. This is the coffee lounge area. So there's the love seat, 2 chairs, I have a little coffee table, and then, as I said, I have the microwave and coffee maker. I ended up just using like the small side corner pieces in the 2 edgings. It does not clip into the wall because I really wanted to have cabinets there. I didn't want a table or anything like that. But it's not clipping in the wall. You can't see it from the outside. It has weird shadows, but it didn't bother me that much, so I hope it doesn't bother you. I also added some outdoor seating for the cafeteria because the cafeteria is so freaking small. That is my fault. Yeah, that's my fault. Everything's honestly quite small, but it should be fine. I mean, there's 2 tables on the inside for the air conditioning that seats 4 people each, and then I have 3 bar tables that are outside on the other side of the building that you can eat at. I'm hoping it's enough space. If it's not, I truly am sorry. Like I said, I was so overwhelmed when I first started this. I was so focused on making sure that I liked the outside of the building that when it came to the inside, I had realized how small and thin I had made it. I was trying to do something different when starting the build, and I realized I should have paid more attention to other things than just what the exterior looked like, but lesson learned. I still like how it turned out in the end. This is the science room that I am starting to decorate. There is so many posters in this classroom. We honestly have a lot of science posters that I did not realize. So I use some Strangerville. All of it's for the posters. So if you don't have Strangerville, you're just not going to have as much decor on the walls. It's not really like there's certain items that I had used. This is the library. I realized that I probably should add that as well. So I kind of snuck it in when you first walk in, which at my school, the library was extremely close to the entrance. I wanted to have some seating area, so I just doubled up 2 couches real close together, and then I put that little shush poster. I thought it kind of fit. That's really the reason why I remembered I didn't have a library set up in this build, was that poster. So I appreciate that poster being created. It helped me. And then I decided to make it more older. I really had just placed that red wallpaper because I really didn't know what to stick on the walls, but I wanted to have some sort of color that wasn't just the plain original wallpaper that is on the walls when you place them. So I ended up using this really, really pretty base game wood paneling that's got like old coffee wallpaper color, and then I put tile walls for the rest of the building for the most part. Oh no, it's wood paneling. It's just colored wood paneling. And this is the chess room. I actually really like the chess room. I kind of more focused on some of the sports, well, not sports, some of the activities other than sports that I feel don't get enough attention. So the art room is small, but it is filled with so much clutter. I absolutely loved it. I wanted to have the chess room be comfortable for your sim, so I put a couch in there. There's 3 chess tables. I put all kinds of like posters and maybe some of their trophies that they would have gotten. I made sure that there was plenty of computers for gaming and stuff like that, so if you are into programming and everything, you have plenty of computers to use. I added like the trophies and stuff like that on the main parts of the hallways and stuff, so it's very like cheerleading, football, soccer-esque. But for the classrooms, it's mostly for the geeks because I love art. I was completely into art when I was in high school, and towards the last 2 years, our art program got cut. So I know that those kind of geekier type activities kind of get looked after everything else. So I honestly really wanted to make this school the best for all of those people. So the Sims who love chess, they are all together. They have everything they might need. the ones who love programming and gaming have everything they might need. If you're into music, they have their own classroom where they can sing, they can play guitar. I have violins in there, so, and everything's fairly expensive. Like, it's all the good quality desks and stuff. Well, computers and stuff. So hopefully they can really up their skills. And then when you place this, I made sure that it was like good schooling. You get like your photography and art up really fast. So when you're at school, you're going to be doing real well with gaining all of your skills, because I made it that way. But I really liked how this school turned out. It was quite daunting starting it, but really, if you want to make your own high school and you are extremely overwhelmed, figure out the base that you want. Figure out how you want it to look on the outside, because once you get really the bones of the school down, you just have to section it off to, these are the classrooms, these are the hobby rooms, this is where like the library is, the office, the cafeteria. Once you have it all sectioned, it's really not as scary as you think it might be, because you just gotta work in sections. This is the art room, okay? I'm just gonna work on making it the art room. This is the cafeteria. I'll make it have all kinds of food posters. They'll have their trash cans and stuff like that, and that makes it not so terrifying. Honestly, I think that making the high school is less terrifying than making a mansion that has like 12 rooms, because you're like, oh, here's the 6th bathroom. How am I going to decorate this one? I feel like making the high school is a lot less terrifying. But I loved these skateboards. I thought that those were super cool, so I ended up adding those onto the wall. But honestly, I didn't use that many packs for this. I was honestly surprised. I used, obviously, the high school years. Discover University is a must. I used Strangerville. I think I added the like toddler game pack or stuff pack, but that was for the plates in the coffee room. So if you don't have that pack, it really doesn't affect you that much, because I only used one item from there. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I think I only used like 6 packs, which out of the fact that we have 12 expansion packs now is really not that much. So this is the music room. Like I said, I wanted to have plenty of items for your Sims to use, and I tried to make it fun. I had all kinds of different posters that I added and made it look kind of funky. There were some LED lights that I ended up putting up there. This pack came with so many posters. It's honestly kind of awesome. We needed some extra posters to add personality to bedrooms and stuff like that, and it really helped when making this school, because it needs stuff on the walls to look interesting when you're playing in them. And the science room is honestly my favorite, because I added this skeleton in there, and I'll be honest, I thought that was pretty cool. I think that was kind of smart of me to put the skeleton in the science room, because all of my classes I feel like if you had a really good teacher, they had a life-size skeleton in their room. We never used it, and their name was probably Bones, but he was cool, and he was always in the corner, and he had like some sort of spirit hat or something on him. This is the English room. I love these posters. Or the art pieces. I thought that they were perfect, because it kind of added some sort of inspirational quote. I feel like every English classroom has. But here I am going to the back of the build. I started adding extra terrain, but I'm getting pretty much to the end of this build. I really hope that you liked it. It is on my gallery at Build-A-Brie, and yeah, you can download it. Hopefully you love it. I love it. I spent a lot of time on it. Towards the end of this build, I felt like I was going a little cross-eyed, but it's okay. I made it through. This is how it turned out, and I hope that you love it as much as I do. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you're going to download it, if you love it, what you think I missed, what's your favorite part of it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.